only be the longest running television dog trial in the world. It's One Man and His Dog 2010.
Beautiful farm in the countryside just outside Cheddar Gorge. Now, over the next couple of days, we're going to be seeing the very best in sheepdog trialling as the top handlers from England, Ireland, Scotland and Wales battle it out to be crowned 2010 champions.
Now, the first of the 3 trials in this year's competition will be that of the young handlers, and all of the competitors are under the age of 18. Then it's the brace round, that's 1 man and 2 dogs, and then in the final round, it's 1 man and his dog, but with 2 groups of sheep.
Now, a man who knows more about sheepdog trialling than anyone else I know is, of course, Gus Doty, and he joins us as ever. Gus, lovely to see you.
Hello.
Now, our 4 competing nations, which one do you think stands the best chance of being champion this year?
Well, on paper, it could well be Wales. But at all 3 levels of this competition, it's very, very strong. And honestly, I think it's too close to call.
Well, the outcome may be too close to call, but there is one thing that is certain. Every one of our handlers is going to be hoping that it's their dog that helps them clinch victory. But what is it that makes a champion dog? What do you have to look for? Well, I went with Gus to one of the largest sheepdog auctions in the country to find out.
But it's a good line. She's got the sheep spotted and she's coming in just right.
Well, every handler has their own specific set of whistles. They're all unique to their dog. Looking for that 12 o'clock position, lies down beautifully.
That's good, that's a nice start.
Moving on to the lift. Sets the tempo, really, for the course.
Yes, they've accepted the dog and they're all coming up the field now towards Fraser.
Just 2 points lost then for the outrun. 2 points lost for the lift. It's going okay. Fraser was a little apprehensive as to how Fizz was going to get on. He said it's 2 days since Fizz has actually seen sheep because of the journey here.
Coming towards the fetch gates, they've jibbed a little bit, but they're through. Very nice, great stuff. Well, this line is good, up the fetch. Fizz working well. She lies down when he asks her to stop. Sometimes it can be to a disadvantage, but these sheep are reacting all right to her, and it's a very good start at this stage.
He won an open trial in spectacular fashion, Gus.
He won it really well against the adults, yes, he did. He was well in front, and he did take a good shed, so he'll no doubt be fairly confident all the way around this field now that he knows she's reacting right.
17 points awarded for the fetch. 43 at the moment.
Well, that's good at the moment, and they're nicely coming in and through the gates themselves, and a good tight turn.
This is good, Gus, isn't it?
It is.
And he was saying to me just before he took to the field here that this is the point that he's slightly concerned about, actually getting there, kind of judging the distance of these gates.
Yes, quite possible. They've got the heads up, they're ready to do a run and to escape if they possibly can, especially the white-faced one. She's just going around the back now. And they're coming through, and they're nicely through. But that was well done.
So then, on to the shed looking for any 2. 23 out of 30 for the drive.
Just 7 lost. It's still a good round.
And to be fair, to be first up for the young handlers, it's a tough thing because all the spectators, all the competitors are behind here watching them, and he's Fraser, first out. Everybody's getting a judge of the course from his round.
Very true.
And interestingly, because these sheep have been so compact, it might be a bit tricky to get 2 off.
Especially if they suspect that you're trying to pull 1 or 2 of them away. If you're staying good, there's a chance, there's an opportunity. Asking the dog through, in she comes. Onto the 2 sheep. Well, maximum marks. Excellent for the shed.
Well, that's a confidence builder. So far, so very, very good.
Yes, fingers crossed.
She's just having another little look at Fizz.
They're nicely bunched here. He's getting them towards the mouth. They're coming onto the edge. But she's coming up onto them again now. They could well spin in now. The others are looking good now. Oh, that's it, and in they go. Great stuff.
Look at that, Fraser swings the gate shut with great play. Absolutely superb performance. First up, and I tell you what, that set the benchmark. 9 for the pen, a total of 85. What a start for Fraser and Fizz, and what a start for Scotland. Let's see what he makes of it.
I got all my gates and I got finished, so I'm quite happy, but my lines just weren't as straight as I would have liked. I thought I was quite a lot of points up just because my lines weren't straight.
Well, any pre-round nerves Fraser might have had certainly didn't show. That was a great round and a tough act to follow for our next young handler.
She loves me. If England win, I'd just be like really, really happy, and I don't know, just really excited and pleased and proud.
So Amy's very matter-of-fact about her trying. She said, well, it'll either go my way or it won't.
Away she goes wide.
Yeah, really wide, in fact.
Now the only snag is, if the dog goes too deep into the field here, it might miss seeing the sheep because they're over a slight rise. So it'd be interesting to see what happens. Here she comes.
Absolutely perfect.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Down the centre.
Oh, got them going nicely.
Yeah, she has, and they're coming at a pace down that bank. Just 2 points lost on that outrun.
Well, he was very good, yeah. Just a little bit too wide from her feet, but after that, brilliant.
Well, 10 points scored for the lift. Maximum points.
Yeah, look at that, right through the middle.
What a superb line then, towards Amy.
Well, she's got them steadied down. They were quite touchy at the far end of the field, but she's settled them.
Down there, take your time. Get up, here.
Talking to Mist. Mist responding very, very well. Round come the sheep, round comes Mist. What a good turn onto the line. Tight turn. The judges will be pleased with that.
Just 2 points lost for the fetch.
Oh, excellent. Excellent.
And reading the sheep as well, Amy, looking at every single movement that the sheep are doing, because although you've got to keep an eye on your dog, of course, you have to look at every little flinch that the sheep are making as well, because that gives you an indication as to which direction they're going to bolt off into next.
Here they come towards the gates. Are they going to accept and go straight through the white gates? Yes, they have.
This is going very, very well indeed for Amy and Mist. Super right turn onto the cross drive.
Yeah, that was a good turn. The dog gave plenty of room, so there was no pressure onto the sheep. So the sheep are still nice and settled, and the line is good as they go on this cross drive now. Here she is asking on the inside flank. She's taken it. Now, this is going to be close, but she's got to go behind the first gate and then in between the two gates themselves, and she's lined them up nicely. Look at that for in the middle.
Absolutely perfect. That's then Mist taking that come by. That was the clockwise direction to swing them back in. She goes and heading towards the shedding ring.
Now she should stay at the post until the first sheep comes into the shedding ring itself. There we are, into the ring. Amy goes to meet them. Well, that was a good drive.
25 and a half scored for the drive. It's out of 30. She's got 2 already that are marching towards her.
Through taking that pressure off, yeah, that's good. She's got to lull them into the... Oh, there we go! Very good.
This is something else, Gus.
Wait.
She's doing everything right at the moment. Fingers crossed now that they stick together now into the pen.
As predicted, full marks for the shed.
Oh, brilliant, brilliant. They're looking towards the gate. Oh, nearly down the side. Don't upset them now. You've kept them lovely and calm. Oh, what a disappointment. 2 round the back. What a shame. She's calling the dog in. She's got to regroup them. That is good now. If things go nice and calmly. There's one thinking of challenging the dog. The one on the inside. That's the one that's blocking things. She's doing a stick. Dog, come back. That's it. Yes.
They're in.
Very good.
Absolutely superb from Amy and from Mist, of course. A big pat from Mist. Well, 6.5 given for the pen. Let's have a look and see how those scores add up. Marvellous. 3 points clear so far of Fraser. A total of 88. Let's see how it went from her perspective.
Oh, the sheep. I couldn't have asked for a better packet, could I really? The dog found she was a bit pushy at the start, so I was like yelling my lungs out. But yeah, at the end she kind of steadied down a bit. I've got 88 and I can't believe it.
Our final